me of some of the stuff we would find fun. Okay. I think we're headed in the right direction. Ah, no. Oh, 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 oh. There you go. Looks like it's back heavy. Wait, where are you going? How far away do you think it's gonna go? Bye. We gotta see. We gotta see how far away it's gonna go. Bye. It is free now.
Okay. So, Waffles, I already know you know that. Like I said, childhood friends.
Yeah.
But Non,
we go way back.
We go way back. Oh my god, we go way
Waffle.
back. Non, don't even get me started.
Waffles in here has like. What?
What?
Waffles here has like 3 different usernames going on, so.
Oh yeah, Waffles. The other one is your alt account is Rob Bob the Corn Cob, and then
I guess I'm gonna need to drink something to get through this.
What about your son, Alex? Shut the fuck up!
What about your
Don't
son?
you mention his name. You don't get to mention his name.
I played best.
Name out your mouth.
Come over and smack him.
Smack him in the face. Like open hand.
Oh. Okay.
Oh, here. This will help.
I think I like the look.
Here.
It's like Magic Mike vibes, right?
Take one.
Closed. Terminated. Life's terminated.
At last we will reveal ourselves to the Jedi. At last we will have revenge.
He did kill him. And then he puts up a sign. I literally didn't mean to do this. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Hold on. I can fix this. I can fix it. Nope. Nope. You don't have to do that. You definitely don't have to do that. There. It's this. And what the differences between those might be. But then also, I'm going to talk to him about our past. And I'm pretty sure he knows, obviously, he knows how my wife and I met. He knew Ashley, Mrs. Nonder, sorry. He knew Mrs. Nonder before I did and invited her to our community where we met. So I don't know if he knows, but like I owe a lot to this guy. So we're going to get a little deep down. Isn't it parked next to the other charge? So there is an icon over there like we need to get. Yeah, there's something down there we might need to get first. Oh, it blew up.
I got it.
Oh, good job.
I shot the other charge. Thanks.
Oh.
Thanks, Panther.
Hey.
Where do you come
It's
from?
Rey Skywalker, everyone. Look. Oh, yeah, spoilers too. Shoot. We all thought she was a Skywalker when we first saw her anyway, so. That's the funny thing is like all these neckbeard guys who are mad that Rey is a Skywalker. When like the first trailers came out, everybody was speculating about like who is this person? She's got to be like Luke Skywalker's daughter or something, right? The entire first movie they're all speculating. But then the moment they're like, well, yeah, okay, so she's a Skywalker, you're like, no, she can't be. She can't be. That's not how it works. But that's what you wanted. No. Good morning. Sorry, I didn't think something would be caught in my throat there for the first second. of my unmute. Sorry about that. Hello. Good morning. I hope you're doing well. I'm here. The setup is here. I'm not 100% satisfied with it yet. Here, I'll show it to you real quick. So, I mean, it's working. There's still this super glare right here that I'm just not a fan of. Maybe if I did that brightness right there is just something else. Can we turn it that way? We could potentially. That's a little bit better. It's still bright up in those edges, but I think that's better than nothing, right? Well, hello. Good morning. Happy Saturday to you all. It's another Lego stream. I'm kind of low energy this morning, if I'm being honest. I'm a little, I don't know. I don't know what I am. You ever have one of those days where you're just not sure? You're just not sure? That's it. Congratulations, Lars, on being the Phantom Menace this morning. That's amazing. That's awesome. I have a lot of stuff I feel like I want to talk about today, but I want it to kind of come out naturally. So I think I'm going to start opening the set and building and just waking my mind up a little bit. I think it'll come. So here we go. To the scene. So this is the, what was it? The 75356, the Super Star Destroyer, as it's called. The Executor. Apparently, there is a lot of debate around Executor versus Executor. But I found out even just this morning, because I knew I was going to have to say it out loud, that Executor, oops, you can't see it there. Executor with the O-R, there is only one pronunciation, which is Executor. Executor would be E-R. So really, this is, there is only really one correct pronunciation of it. The problem is it's never said in the movies. I've only ever seen it in writing. But Executor sounds right. I feel like I was saying Executor, and then I got into my head about it, and I was like, what if it's Executor? And I've just been saying it wrong my entire life, which is very possible. 5. This is a relatively small set, so we should be able to get through it today. Got this one from the Lego store a couple weeks back in order to just start kind of building up the backlog for these weeks in between where I didn't really have, any mock plans. I want to be able to fill them up with some sets that I've been wanting for the collection. I've also redone some of the shelves. I don't think you'll be able to see it over here. Oops, sorry. I don't think you'll be able to see it from here. I added, see where the helmet is right there? I added that shelf. Took some stuff off of this lower level. And so I think the Star Destroyer is going to go a little bit off screen here on this shelf here. And then I also bought out the Brickheads figures to display once again because I didn't really have a place for them. But now with the extra shelf, I have a place for them. So I'm planning on I want to get that Return of the Jedi set that has like the Ewoks and R2-D2. It's adorable. So I'm really excited for that. It's only $40 too, so that's pretty nice. And then coming September 1st, hoping that I get it even a little earlier. Coming September 1st is the Ghost from Rebels, or actually from Ahsoka, but we know it from Rebels, and I'm very excited for that one. I have always wanted a Ghost Lego set. I was kind of hoping we would get an Ultimate Collector series. I don't think we will, but I was kind of hoping we would. I think the hype of like Rebels is too far gone for them to want to make a UCS one. And I have a feeling that the Ghost isn't going to play a giant role in Ahsoka. I think that it's going to be there for some key moments, probably early on. And then I think it's gonna probably be gone. Hey, they're talking about the packaging again, which they've been talking about for a while. We're transitioning from single-use plastic to paper-based packaging. As we progress, you may find a mix of paper and plastic in our boxes. I still have yet to see any paper. Have you, any of you seen paper? Comment in the comments below if you've seen. I have not seen paper bags yet at all. I'm fine with it, for the record. Like, it is a lot of plastic, and plastic that just gets thrown away 9 times out of 10. Because I don't even know if you put that in the recycling, is it even going to be recycled? That type of plastic, I'm not even sure if it's recycled. Yeah. Engineering excellence from the Galactic Empire. Being a part of our celebration of the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. Being a part, sorry. This warship needs no introduction. Well, but we're going to introduce it anyway. This impressive model is our latest version of the Super Star Destroyer Executor, an exceptional Galactic Empire aggressor. We first see its capacity with the Empire's victory over the rebels on Hoth under Darth Vader's command, and its shortcomings when it ultimately meets its end in the Battle of Endor. As a part of a new model concept, we created this special mid-scale display version to capture the enormity of the Executor, in a size that will still fit on your desk or a shelf without preventing you from pretend flying it through your house, and adding it to your own battle stories to Galactic Empire lore. Jans Kronvold Fredrickson, creative director of Lego Star Wars. What a job. What a job. Awesome. That thing is wildly big, and you'll get to kind of understand the scale of it here in a little bit. Well, I mean, you can kind of see from here. I mean, those are Star Destroyers, right? Like, Star Destroyers themselves were huge, and the Star Destroyers dock within this. I mean, it is massive. It is massive. It's probably the next biggest thing next to the Death Star, right? And then that's the Death Star, right? That's it falling into the Death Star, so that puts that into context as well. I mean, the Death Star was confused for a moon for a reason, you know? The dark side is in the details. The idea for this model came from the 77904 Nebulon B frigate, which I still want. I think it's expensive now because it's a Comic-Con exclusive. So I think it's really hard to obtain now if you didn't go to Comic-Con. It's an exclusive we created for the 2020 Comic-Con International. It was meant as a one-off concept, a larger scale starship recreated in tabletop scale. It became hugely popular, and fans asked for more sets in the same category. So we're excited to share this set with Rebels, Jedi, and Sith Lords throughout the LEGO Star Wars galaxy. We even added a few surprises inside the model to make sure you still feel the presence of the dark side as you build. Really? Really? Surprises? Okay, I like surprises. Okay, let's get started. I'm trying to think of where the best place is to have the instructions. I don't have instructions on screen because honestly, it's a lot of work. I'm probably gonna have them over. Ooh, I need like a little instruction stand, like right here. That's actually a wonderful idea. I feel like I have something for this. Hang on one second. I'm gonna go to the BRB screen for just a minute. Oh, nope, that's bottom right gaming. That's not BRB. You can still see some of the old coffee hour stuff. Hang on one moment. Okay. All right. Excuse me. Ugh. Come on. There we go. Okay. So I got this. There's like a little laptop stand, right? And what I'm hoping is I could set it here. Yeah. It needs to be up a little bit more. Hold on. I think I have it. I think I have a solution. Keyboard. There we go. I'm trying to get it positioned where it's not glaring so much. Because these lights just make it glare. All right. Good enough. Actually looks pretty good on screen. In person, there's still quite a bit of glare, but you know what? In order to have the proper lighting, there's going to be some glare, you know? We'll just deal with it. So yeah, those are two sets that I have in my fairly near future. The Ghost, and then those Brickheads figures from Return of the Jedi. The Ghost is a pretty large set, but I don't think it's gonna be a super long build. Because it's still just kind of like a minifigure scale-esque Millennium Falcon. Okay, not minifigure scale. You know what I mean, though. Play set scale. You get it. You get it. Set some stuff aside here. Bum, bum, bum. Okay. These guys. All right. Is it really this one? Yeah. This is kind of nice. You can see what I'm doing. You can see the instructions without me having to have it on screen. That's kind of nice. Why didn't I think of that before? Okay. Oh. Okay. I was looking for something. This threw me off a little bit. Putting this off kilter a little bit. I thought that this was another black piece I was looking for, but it's not. Let's see. Oh, there's got to be one spot left over. You know what I've been thinking lately? I got for those of you who are in the know, why did they use this? Wait a minute. Sorry, hang on. Before we talk about that. Okay. Why did they use this? Why did they use this type of piece? I'm actually kind of confused by that. That is right. Hold on. Yeah? It doesn't really make sense because they could have just used a regular plate there. You see what I mean? Like, it's all covered. So why was that not just a regular plate? Why was it one of the ones with the less studs? Because you'd think that's going to make it less... That is going to make it less... structurally sound. If that were a full plate, that's weird. That's an odd choice. That is an odd choice. A bold move for sure. Let's see if it pays off. They did it again. Here's another one. It's just odd. And again, I wonder what the idea here is. I wonder, are these cheaper to produce? You actually wouldn't think so, right? Because a standard one like this, you would think are mass produced and they probably have the process down. But then in order to make something like this, technically, yes, there's 2 studs less, so technically less plastic. But like, to produce something like that, you think would be actually harder than to just produce a standard piece. So I don't know what they're doing here. I can't think of a logical reason why it's like that. Man, that glare on the paper is really bad. I know it's not glaring for you all, but for me, it's just this bright glare right here. I hate it. Hang on one sec. Just got to take care of something real quick. One moment. Where is it? How you doing? How y'all doing today? I hope you're doing well. It's finally Saturday. Come on. Trying to get something here. Ow. Sorry. Come on. What is this song? This song is speaking to me. Hang on. Talked about being present without really being present. That's totally me. Better than? Oh, it's called Lost in IKEA? That's not what I thought the song would be called. I'll have to look that up. Okay. Okay, hopefully that's good. Hopefully that's good. I had something under my nail that was kind of gross. That's all I was doing. Just kind of making sure that my nails are presentable, you know? My hands are disgusting. They're really dry lately. I should probably be moisturizing, right? I need to take better care of myself. Jeez. Okay, hang on. Okay, that's just gonna be okay. That's just gonna have to be okay. All right, back to it. Sorry about that. Okay, that's done. We're building the base here. You can see it slowly taking shape. I'm gonna have to look at the lyrics of this song. This is it's hitting kind of hard. Okay, flip it back over. Small ones go here, here. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna need some more coffee to get through this morning. Jeez. I'm wondering if I shouldn't take a break. I'm considering it. That's what I was trying to say earlier. Is I don't know. I'm just about to start a new job, so that kind of happens whenever I start taking on some kind of new endeavor. You know, there's a lot to learn. I'm still hoping and fairly confident in saying that I think it's going to be a lot less stressful. I hope. If it's not, I'm going to have to do something. I'm going to have to make some big changes in my life. Yeah. Probably go to therapy, you know? But yeah, I don't know. I need to take a break from this and just, yeah. Just kind of do a big reset in my life. But the problem is every time I think about doing that, I'll skip like one stream and then I'll be like, okay, that was enough of a break. I'm good. I'm coming back now. Okay, and here's another one. I really don't understand the logic here because this makes this a lot more flimsy. The less studs you have, the less rigidity you have. Because the pieces don't tend to stick as well as they should, you know? Okay. Some blue pieces here. I'm really interested to see what they're talking about when they're like, there's some surprises in here. I'm really interested in that. I understand why they use different colored pieces on the inside. One, it helps you when you're building. Oh, see, I used the wrong pieces here. These are definitely lime green. I know my colors. There we go. Lime green, regular green, forest green. I don't know what kind of green that is. Too many. Okay. So I understand using different colors because these are probably just going to end up being filler, right? You're probably not going to see any of this by the time it's done. Obviously, I mean, we've seen the finished product, but yeah. Okay. But yeah, I'm gonna have a lot going on in the next month or two. Thankfully, I do still have my September vacation planned. And my new boss is like, no problems. Like, absolutely no worries. You got your time coming up. That is great. And no worries there. So I think like right after I get back from that vacation, there's gonna be it's gonna kind of be like hit the ground running, you know. In the meantime, it's gonna be a lot of transition. It's gonna be a lot of teaching people what I do, which is sort of my least favorite thing to do. Making sure all my documentation is in place. But I'll do it. I'll do what's necessary. I really do like my team. I felt they announced it to my team on a call yesterday, and I was actually like really nervous about it. Yeah, I do feel bad for him. I really do. However, at the same time, I don't know if like any of us blame each other for wanting to like progress onto something different, you know? And the same thing kind of happened to me when I was in that role. Oh, interesting. Okay. It's going to be on the bottom. Oh, that's cool. That's pretty cool. So yeah, the same thing happened to me. I got comfortable because there was somebody who was our most tenured person on the team. Oh, this actually needs to go. Does this need to go backwards? Really? Oh, it does. That's just not the way that I assumed it would go. Okay. Most tenured person on the team, and they ended up leaving and leaving me in like a really interesting spot. But I still kind of think that at the end of the day, it was actually still really good for me. I learned a lot during that time. And so while I hate to put them in that same position, it's kind of like, you know, this was done to me too, basically. It is weird though to think about. It is really weird for me to think about the man. The last like 3 years has just been kind of work-wise has been kind of a blur. This camera shakes way too much. I gotta figure out a different gimbal system for this, but I will. Anyway, let me keep on the track here. Yeah, the last 3 years have been really, really intense. I've gone through some of the lowest lows I think I've had in a while. I came close to this job specifically. Came close to me quitting streaming altogether because I was just like, I can't dedicate brain power towards anything right now because I was just using so much of it. That dark gray or is that black? I guess, okay, it's supposed to be black. All right. Is there a black one? Okay, there is. I was just dedicating so much of my brain power to that job. And, like, don't get me wrong. I want to spend brain power on my job. Like, that's what I get paid to do. But when I tell you I never worked harder at McKesson than in that role, I mean it. I never worked harder a day in my, like, ever than I have in the last 3 years. And I think that takes a toll on you after a while. Yeah. Definitely takes a toll on you after a while. Whew, so I'm kind of hoping that things kind of settle a little bit. I don't mind working hard. I like working hard, actually. But I also like clocking out, preferably at the same time every day. I like to expect when I'm going to be clocking out. I like to have just enough to do to be, you know, to feel like I'm contributing, but then not enough to where if I can't sit back in my chair for 10 minutes and take a breather, you know. It's gonna be a good balance between that. So, I mean, I'm excited. I'm not excited for the next couple of weeks where I've got to get everybody up to speed on everything that I do. Not really excited about that. Yeah. I guess I always feel like whenever I'm handing over something that I've been doing, I always like have these caveats like, you know, I'm aware that there's this problem and I was going to fix it and I was going to work on this and I was going to work on, and there's going to be so many of those instances. And I'm just going to have to laugh about it because it's like, I was never given the time to work on these things. I'm sorry. Like, I know this is going to be a headache for you, but like, I never had the time to work on it. So sorry about that. Hey, Red, good morning. Welcome. Hey-o. There we go. Much better. So yeah, I was never really given the opportunity and the time to fix those things. So there's gonna be a lot of stuff that I feel like I've left unfinished. But at the end of the day, there was always gonna be stuff that I couldn't get to. You know, there's never a perfect time to go. I'm doing okay. Happy Saturday. Any fun weekend plans for you? I was just talking about my my new gig and kind of what is going to be entailed in me getting everybody trained on the team that I'm leaving. Because it's a lot. They announced it to my team yesterday, so they're all kind of reeling from that. And I told them, I was like, I've been there. I understand. The same thing happened to me. And ultimately it was good for me. Even though, I don't know. I couldn't really tell him exactly what I wanted to tell him. But I did say that this is the hardest working team in this entire company. This is probably the hardest I've worked in my entire life. Ooh, this is a neat piece. Look at this. Square rounded. Rounded edges, but square. That's kind of cool. But yeah, man, it's just yeah. Usual video games. What are you playing lately? What's got your attention? I'm definitely in a video game slump. for real. There isn't very much that I've enjoyed playing. I have been playing Ixion, which has been nice. I really like that. I'll probably play that a lot tomorrow morning. I think I'll get up early tomorrow morning and play a lot of Ixion. Kind of a city building space game, which is really fun. And then as soon as Starfield comes out, I'm just praying that I can like stream Starfield, because I think that's going to take over the morning coffee streams if that is the case. Because if it's as deep as Skyrim, I'm very excited. Dragon Quest, like you've been saying. Yep. So that boss you beat in Dragon Quest, that's not the last boss, right? That was just like one of the bosses. Persona here and there, whole lot right now. Finally passed that boss. Yep. It's drawn me back in. That's all I ever seem to want to play. But also some Minecraft. That's fine. I enjoy having a game that okay, I did that right. I enjoy having a game that I get kind of obsessed with. That's kind of my dream state, is to be like, I have a game or just several games that like this is my thing. Otherwise it's just too much to have to keep track of like what new game is coming out, and I hate the like scrolling of Steam to be like, is there anything good? Because of course there's not. Because if there was, you would have already played it. You know. Speaking of myself, you know. How does that work? Oh, there's got to be an overlap on this. Nights in the middle of June. This is a cover of, can't remember the name of the song. A TikTok song. Nowhere near the last boss. I still got quite a bit to go. Nice. Nice. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I like having something that I'm kind of like obsessed with, if I'm honest. I did it again. For a long time, that game was Destiny. And Destiny is going through some growing pains right now. I will be playing it again when Final Shape comes out. In fact, this week they're doing a showcase, and I'm very excited about that because the showcases are always like pretty hype. So I'll pick it back up for the Final Shape, which is like the final DLC in this storyline, and then we'll see from there. I don't know. It depends on what they're gonna do with the story. So that if you don't have any kind of strategy going in, it can get pretty hard pretty fast. Yeah. That was exactly my experience with Ixion. I just started playing it, kind of learning it, and then by the time I realized, like, oh, I'm about to lose, like the crew is about to mutiny, I'm like, I've learned so much, I can start over. So I started over, and now my Ixion playthrough is going like so much better. So sometimes you just gotta fail in order to learn what you needed to learn in order to succeed, you know? I'm gonna put this mouse over here. That's so much better. That gets rid of that glare. Putting blues right here. Sometimes all I think about is you. Lay down in the middle of June. Oh, wrong side. This boss wasn't even halfway through the game. Barely the first quarter. So you're like, I better figure this out now. Because it's only going to get harder, right? That's the reason why games, I think, are so powerful and so good. Ultimately, I believe they're ultimately a force for good. Because it challenges people to like do something, you know? If only we can translate that same energy into the rest of our lives. I think that's what video games are really, really powerful at doing. Seems cheesy, but I really think it's true. Like I encourage my kid to play video games. And he's 4 years old and he is like really good at some games. We'll say that. Because you can just see him learning. He's just learning as he's doing it, and he loves it. Obviously, as he gets older, we'll have limits and stuff on it. Can't do it all day. He has started pre-K. So he's got school and stuff that he has to do before he can play. But if he's done all that kind of stuff, yeah, like we enjoy seeing he has a blast with it. He laughs a lot. He actually moves around a lot. He stands and plays video game, and he jumps around and laughs, and then he'll like fall to the ground and laugh, and so like he's actually being like super active while he's playing. So it's not a huge concern in that regard. Where's the other one? Oh, this is probably going to be one of the, like, I hate to call it a wing, but, you know. Oh, this is probably the back section, yeah. Ooh. Okay. 1, 2, 3, and then spin it around. Okay. Now what? Nothing? Okay, just spin it around. All right. Done. I can't really do that because I have a couple family members living directly below me, and the floors creak very easily. Yeah, don't do that. He does it downstairs in the living room. That's the other thing. It's like, I don't, at least not for a very long time, he's probably not going to have TV or video games in his room. That's probably not going to happen for a long time. Eventually, sure, but for right now, no. Oh, see, this is making, these ones make sense now. So the reason they put plates down is because I'm putting this here at an angle right on top of those plates. That's cool. I like that. I love genius building techniques like that. There we go. And it just fits right in there. That's cool. All right. That's pretty clever. It's almost like these guys at Lego know what they're doing. I could never. Fall off? No, you're fine. No, you're fine. You're fine. It's all good. I don't have as much room in my room as I used to because I used to live downstairs where it's much bigger space. But after I fell down some stairs and broke my ankle a few years ago, they're like, yeah, no, we need you to move back. Wait, so you live downstairs, used to live downstairs, but then you fell downstairs and broke your ankle, so you need to move back up. Are we talking a basement? Because that makes sense. So you move back to the first floor from the basement? Because if it was like it would be weird for them to move you back upstairs on a second floor when you broke your ankle. What I mean is, after I broke my ankle, they were like, yeah, no, we need to move you back up to a higher level? Was it a basement? Wait, I'm confused. So you were living on a lower level where I don't have to go up any stairs. After I fell down some stairs and slightly broke my ankle, they're like, yeah, we need to move you back up. Okay, so you don't have to go up any stairs. Okay, so this is like the ground floor that you're on now. And you were in a basement before? Do you get what I'm saying? I'm confused. It's probably just me, though. Long story short, a family member wanted to have one of my breakfast things at the time, so I went halfway up the stairs to toss it to her. And then when I went to go back down, I rolled my ankle. Ouch. My ankle hurts just thinking about that. Okay. Let's see. Must have been perhaps the most pain I've ever been in recent memory. I was screaming louder than I've ever screamed my entire life. Ugh, I imagine. That's pretty bad. My most recent one was this. It's getting better. You can barely see it now. I guess I'm pretty privileged if that's the most pain I've been in a while. But yeah, rolling your ankle, almost snapping your ankle, that is very painful. I feel for you. Okay. All right, and then this is the other side. Get right there. We go. There we go. Nice. One of my family members kept telling me to try to walk, and I keep telling her legitimately I don't think I can, because even though I've never broken a bone before, that should be pretty obvious when a bone is broken. Yeah, it can be. It depends on the bone. My bone wasn't sticking out of the skin, but you could just tell it wasn't where it was supposed to be anymore. Ugh. Yeah, so they don't always stick out, right? And it could even be a fracture, which is still technically a break, but just a slight break. And so you may not even see anything different at all if that were the case. Let's see. Oh, no. Like this. Okay. There we go. Then... Alright, so this piece is going to go here and then attach to there. Give it even more stability. I love that. I love that for us. So basically, I was originally trying to talk to my usual foot doctor, but they were really busy at the time. We had to go talk to somebody else, and the different doctor put my foot in the wrong position in a cast. Ooh, that sucks. Finally got to see my actual foot doctor. They were like, yeah, no, you don't need a cast. We just need to put you in a boot. All right. Thanks, other doctor. How long ago was this? Is it better now? Okay. I think we're all good there. We're moving around along nicely, I think. Making good progress. I'm not gonna lie, that area to this day hurts a little bit. Yeah. It sounds like you might just be prone to that area, just might be a little less developed and a little more sensitive than others, you know? And yeah, if you break something or strain something enough, the what's the word I'm looking for? The chances that you're gonna hurt it again are probably pretty high. Yeah. Unfortunately, just to brace you there. I mean, if you think about it, it makes sense. If you break a bone, it is going to be more fragile in the future. Have lots of calcium. Try to build your bone density back up. The bones in my ankle and feet didn't form properly when I was born, so I've been having to wear ankle braces, not because of the fracture, but long before that. Yeah. That makes sense then. Unfortunately, I hate it for you, but yeah. That's nothing that you can, nothing you could have controlled, you know? Just is how you are. Okay. Didn't seem like that clicked, and it didn't. Okay. Now it does. Now it did. Now I clicked it. I can still walk perfectly fine. The braces make the readjusting my feet natural. That's good. Yeah, it just probably seems like there are things like that where you twist it in an unnatural way, which doesn't happen often. Will tend to exacerbate it, right? Let's see. 1, 2, 3. Okay. And that's an extra piece, I'm assuming? Maybe? That's odd, because I don't recall any other piece like that, so hang on. Oh, I guess there were. Yeah, there were extra pieces like that. They were, like, right here. Okay. Ooh, he's a long boy. It's a long boy. Straight as an arrow. Look at that. Look at that. It's pretty cool. Might have to wear them for the rest of my life, but that's fine because the only problem I have, hard to reach places, suddenly starting to itch, but I'm allowed to take them off to scratch it. That's good. Enough of my feet problem. That's fine. There is no topic to this stream. This is what we do. We build and we chat, so that's completely fine. Completely fine. This is the foot stream, officially. Everybody, how's your feet? That's weird of me to ask. Let's not go there. But yeah, that's what we do here. We build and chat. That's it. If nobody's chatting, then I just usually start talking off the top of my head and stream of consciousness kind of stuff, you know. So we're good. We're good. I don't know. I'm just here, man. But thank you. I'm trying to take the compliment without being too self-deprecating. It's weird. It's weird when you grow up. You know, being cool in the 90s and 2000s was like a thing, right? It feels like I'm talking to a longtime buddy. That's nice. I like that. Good. Growing up in the 90s and 2000s, that is how old I am. There was this era of like, oh, cool. Like that's when cool really kind of like hit its, you know, you gotta be cool. You gotta be edgy and cool. And let's just say I was not the kid who anyone would have considered cool at that time, in the current definition of what cool was to people back then, including people like my own family. Those are probably the ones where it hurt the most. And you know, you just get called a dork most of the time, and other things that are actually like not really great to say nowadays. They weren't great to say at the time either, but a lot less acceptable in culture today. And you just get called those on a daily basis. And so it's really weird for me now to have people who are like, wow, you're cool. And I'm like, me? Is that me? Were you talking about me? No, you couldn't be me. So that's where the self-deprecating, like, you know, when somebody says something nice, I usually brush it off like, oh, it's no big deal. Like, it's not. So I'm trying to learn to take the compliments a little bit better, a little bit more graciously, a little bit more thankful. So thank you. I really do appreciate that. Yeah, still trying to wrap my mind around that. I was asked 1 or 2 times in high school if I thought I was cool, and I was like, honestly, not trying to make myself sound cool, but I really don't care. I just want to be around the people that make me happy, and that's all that really matters, and that's freaking cool. Like, that is kind of the point. Yeah. That's definitely whatever it is, that is it. I feel like we've successfully taken back what that means, you know? We were told, you know, by the kids who were the self-proclaimed cool kids in school, right? We were told that this is what cool means. And then somewhere along the lines, somehow, we got to take that back because, you know, liking things like, I don't know, liking comic books or video games or Star Wars or anything like that is not like that. it's not that weird anymore. So like we got to kind of take over the culture, I think, which is pretty cool. Pretty cool if you think about it. But yeah, but none of us tried to be what they said was cool. It's just we slowly over the years changed the definition, and now we are cool. We are pretty cool. Man, it is insane to think about how much words affect us as kids, and we don't realize it until we get much older. Maybe we still haven't even figured that out. This is a cool greeble, by the way. Look at this. I like that detail right there. I don't know. It's just cool. Oh, flip it this way. And go like that. But yeah, it's just, you always want to be the person who like, oh, words don't affect me. I don't care what people say. But like, deep down, I think we all care, right? Shay Bricks, hello. Good morning. I think deep down we all care about what people say and what people think about us. Whether or not we let that affect our lives and we do anything about it is a completely different story. But I think we care. I care, at least. To a degree. You don't want to be that person who, like, every little thing somebody says is affecting you negatively. You want to be able to let some things roll off your back, but ultimately it's important to be kind, you know? Good morning. How you doing? Okay, I'm putting this one aside now, it looks like. Whoops, that goes on that part. And then some gray plates. Now they're using full plates. Recently thinking about how we kind of hold on to insults that you and other kids would call each other when you were kids, because you would adultify them, like poop head becomes yeah, exactly, yeah. Adultify though, that works. Yeah, I mean it's all the same. It's all the same spirit, right? It's all the same idea. It's all said with the same nastiness. We just change the words out, you know. I just really get tired of the people who are like, ugh, you can't let what people think affect you. And it's like, you know what? You can't always help that. That isn't always something that's within your control, at least not maybe in your current state. And it's not an excuse for other people to just be poop heads, we'll say. I hate that. When it's like you got a point that like, yeah, we need to be emotionally mature enough to be able to allow some things to not, you know, crumble us. However, that is not an excuse for everyone else to just go and say and do whatever they want and trample all over you, basically, right? That's not a good excuse. I don't like that. Dummy dumb becomes dumb, you know what? Yeah. We evolve our language over time. Oh, look at that. That's cool. Man, I like the details on this so far. I don't know, there's just something about these little angled pieces here with those underneath it. I'm digging that. I don't know why. I love details. Little greebles. Ah, so much fun. When I'm building my own stuff, I love doing that. Oh, speaking of building my own stuff, I need to take pictures. I really should do that this weekend. I need to take pictures of the mock that we made a couple weeks ago. I hope they keep making MIDI scale ships. I hope so too. I missed out on the Nebulon B frigate because of the Comic-Con exclusive stuff, and I really kind of wanted it. I wish I would have found it like for sale somewhere else. But yeah, these are some really cool details so far. I hope they keep doing these, and then I hope they keep doing dioramas. Dioramas are also one of my favorite additions to the catalog in recent years. Okay. How are you going on? You just going on like this? Really? Really? Ooh, nice. That's cool. Ugh. That's awesome. Did I forget a piece there? No. Nope, I'm good. Code, what's up? Good morning. Welcome in. I remember seeing the MIDI scale Star Destroyer back in 2009 or so. I missed that one too. Yeah. Yeah. You know, I'm a Lego Star Wars collector, but I'm not like a collector completionist, but there are still some things that I regret not jumping on when I had the chance. Of course, back when a lot of that stuff came out, 2009, I didn't have disposable income to be dropping on Lego at the time, unfortunately. That was definitely not the place. Speaking of which, though, not bragging or anything, it's taken a long time and a lot of hard work, but the Twitch fund is getting up there. It's getting up there to the point where now I'm like, I wonder what I should spend that on. I should probably spend it on... I do kind of want to get a different camera for this right now. You'll notice from this angle, this is just my phone, which is great. It works fine. But then it's my phone, so, it would be kind of nice to have access to that. So, and then have something that's permanently hooked up to where I don't have to keep switching to it, You're invested in the conversation. That's awesome. I'm just appreciating this. I like how sturdy this is so far. I literally almost pulled that off. I'm hoping they make that a little sturdier, but yeah. Like, I'm hoping by the time it's done, it's a very swooshable product. It seems like it will be. It's got a good foundation to it. Yeah, the face cam is pretty good. That's an Elgato face cam. That's what that is. So it's a really good camera. I could just get another one of those for the top down. Don't get me wrong. I love the quality of using my phone for this. It's probably been my favorite thing. And I can do stuff like this, where I can like zoom in. I think I could go to the wide angle cam too, can I? Well, yeah. But yeah, I can zoom in and out. I really like that. I really like the control. But I could also set up keys on the Stream Deck to do the same thing if I wanted to. So, but yeah. I think Bebo's a bot. Hey, you can still say hi to Bebo. Bebo is slightly interactive. Bebo is an old astromech droid that is functional most of the time. Sometimes he's yeah, you'll see. If you hang around long enough, he'll talk. He took one of those you know how most astromech droids speak in the beeps? We actually took a speech processor from a protocol droid and put it in him. So now he speaks, but speaks in basic in a very unique and strange way. Sometimes it's completely fine. It works the way it's supposed to. But then other times it takes on a mind of his own. Nice. Bots are people too. Wait a minute. Okay, did I get everything there? I think so. Okay. That piece right there is what I was looking for stability on this back end. See, now that's not going anywhere. Your own lawyer for it? Oh, like saying like if he says something crazy, it's not my fault. Okay, yeah, these are the shiny ones. It goes there. Interesting. Okay. Okay, this is interesting. What are these supposed to be, you think? A green one on top of a gray. Brown. And then, are these supposed to be people, you think? What color is that supposed to be? Kind of looks like light gray, but I feel like I've used all the light gray. It's not green. Is that white? What is that? Definitely looks like it's supposed to be light gray, but I don't have any more light gray. That means I used the wrong one somewhere else in this. Oh, you meant lore. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, there's definitely lore for Bebo. He's a work in progress, though. There's still going to be a lot that needs to happen with Bebo. Oh, it's probably this. Yeah, sorry. This is darker. This one should be darker. There we go. Okay, this is here. This one here. This one here. Wonder what these are supposed to be. Maybe it'll make more sense. Whoops. They said something about surprises on the inside, so we'll see what that means. Okay. Sometimes my voice to text changes a word at such the last second I don't even notice it until I've already sent it. You do voice to text. That's cool. I like that. It's like talking to a computer from Star Trek, right? Bag number 4. 4 out of 6. We're flying through this. Maybe those won't be a long one today. Does it so close to the last possible second. Love it. I noticed, what did I notice on, what was I typing on the other day? Was it Discord? No, I think it was just, I was typing in a Twitch chat, and for some reason my spell check just wasn't showing. I don't make a lot of spelling errors on purpose. Most of mine are, I slip my finger. Like, I know how to spell the word, but like I hit the I before the O or something like that. And I rely on spell check to like pop up and tell me, and it just hasn't been lately. So I'm not sure if I changed a setting or something. I don't know. There are other things it does, like sometimes it will repeat a section of a sentence, or it will delete an entire sentence by itself. Jeez. Is it a and you don't have to tell me this if you don't want to, so, but is it an accessibility thing for you, or you just find it more convenient to use text or speech rather? It's gotta be, this has gotta be Dury, right? Yeah, I'd know that voice anywhere. I typed too fast, I ended up misspelling things. Yeah, same, yeah. And then, like, if I would just wait a beat instead of hitting enter right away. Oops. See, this is the other thing I need to fix. I need to fix the wobble. Like, I love pancakes. I love pancakes. Just because sometimes it's faster and easier. Okay, that's, you know, that's fine. Dun, 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 dun. Whoa. Okay, I'm adding basically these here. I'm gonna need to make some space over here. There you go. Oh, shoot. It fell. It fell inside the ship. There we go. There we go. There's been a few times where it almost got me in trouble. Or if I would have it if the streamer wasn't as understanding. Or would have, yeah. I think if most people are like, hey, I'm using text-to-speech. As long as you're not dropping any slurs, we'll probably be fine, you know. Whoops. There's some more stability on this one. Found out what the dots are. They're micro bounty hunters. That makes sense. They're standing in the line. Oops, you can't see it there. They're standing in line. Stub. Thank you so much. That makes a lot of sense actually, especially with the with the different colors and whatnot. And thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. Stubbot. Recreated in tiny stud form are the Sith Lord himself. That's got to be him up here. Boba Fett. Bosk. Dengar. Dengar's the white one, the one with the white. IG-88. Forlom and that's okay. I kind of thought they were people. I had the thought that they were people. I thought maybe it was like the bridge crew, you know, as they're like walking the ramp. But I was like, I don't get the colors. But now the colors make sense. That's pretty cool. Great lore. I appreciate that. I like it. And thank you for the follow. Sorry if I didn't say that already, or if I did, I just forgot. But thank you for that. Welcome in. I'm assuming a fellow Lego fan, huh? Excuse me. One time I was talking about an item that got scrapped from Minecraft, and it was a bundle, but I was calling it a sack, and instead it put sex word. The sex word. And I immediately freaked out. Luckily the stream was okay with it and understood. Okay, yeah. Sack. And the bundle was supposed to be an item that would provide extra inventory space. Nice. Nice. Ooh, what is that emote? What is that emote? Hang on. What is that emote from? Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. TP Man 2 build. I like that emote. That's a great emote. I was so upset they got rid of it because I'm like, why? That would have been so handy. They got rid of it? An item that got scrapped from Minecraft. Maybe it was too OP, huh? Did I? Okay, no, I didn't do that yet. Where is that going, though? Hold on, I gotta back up a step just to see. Okay, no, I didn't miss anything there. Okay, it's gotta be... Oh, I see. Okay. Okay, I see. I see. Trying to build on screen here, sorry. Okay. All right. And these little pieces, whoa. Going right here. I might dump out the pieces over here next time so that I can have this here and build it on screen without having to hold it, you know. They were going to put it in but decided against it, so it never made it into the game officially. Oh, okay. I gotcha. I mean, the way people mod Minecraft, though, like, there's something you want. There's probably a way to get it. Somebody's probably made it. Okay. And then it goes right there. Interesting. We use just more. I just love when more stability gets added. Like, other than my camera. I got to figure out something better for the camera. I'm officially taking suggestions. I do have a decent... Ooh, look at that angle, though. I know it's not done yet, but, like, look at that angle. I will officially take recommendations for a top-down camera for Lego. But also, I feel like I need to build, like, a whole rig over the top of this. Because I can't get the camera where I want, my face cam where I want, and the lighting how I want it without some kind of overhead rig. So I really have to think about that. And I also want it to move with the desk because this is a standing desk. And so if I ever want to stand up, I want the whole system to kind of move up with me. So I can't like mount something on the wall, right? That's not really going to help. That's why I play modded. I found the engineering packs and haven't been able to go back to vanilla. Yeah. I actually stayed away from mods for so long. I've only played with mods like a handful of times. Only because I was like, I'll never be able to go back to the way it was. And sometimes I have a purist mindset. So I'm like, I just gotta stick with the way it was designed, you know? Just double checking that I got everything on this page. I was deep into Minecraft for a very long time. I was one of the OG Minecrafters who was in like the alpha and the beta and all that. Spent just countless hours of my 20s. That's how old I am. In just doing Minecraft. Just zoning out. Putting Netflix on the other screen. Building. I love building. But I really think I just ended up getting burned out on it. And to this day, I can play like a little bit of Minecraft. I always joke that I have like my yearly Minecraft binge where I'm like, maybe I should play Minecraft. And then I'll like start a huge project and I'll build 90% of it. And then I'll stop and I'll never go back to it. Started in beta, yeah. I've paid my dues to Minecraft. I gotta back away slowly, you know? Otherwise, I'll just never get anything done, you know? I streamed it a couple of times, too. Never really had the traction for me. Never really took off. Maybe things would be different if it had. I don't know. Whoops. Shoot. But I know a lot of good people who play pretty much exclusively Minecraft, essentially. And they're still going. I was also more of a creative builder, too. I wasn't I hated survival. Hello, Clumsy. Good morning. Happy Saturday. Hello there. I was much more a creative builder. I like being untethered and building giant projects in creative mode. Never really liked survival mode. Played it, but never really liked it. Oh, shoot. I need that piece real bad. Hang on. Grippers. Got it. Made you look. All right. Did I? Okay, wait. I haven't done everything on this page yet, have I? I have, actually. Okay. These go here. Oop, that's not the right one. See, now I'm glad I went after that piece, because there is really only two. MIDI scale, Coleman. Yes. A great scale, by the way, for somebody who, like, maybe isn't a Lego Star Wars nerd like I am, but just wants, like, a cool, like, display piece for their shelf, you know? That's kind of how I feel about the helmets, too. The helmets look amazing on display. I need to get some lights back there. The helmets look amazing on display. And I know a couple of people who aren't really into Lego, but they're into Star Wars, and they've even gotten, like, some of the helmet pieces because it just makes sense for display. Like, well, I really like Darth Vader, so they just got the Darth Vader helmet, you know? So it's cool. It's kind of like getting people into this, you know? Checking good displays. Speaking of displays, going back to camera, yes, please. Elgato has a multi-mount and flex arm kit that may work best. It mounts to the desk, but looks like it can be moved out of the way when it's not in use. How can I show you what I'm looking at right now? That's actually what I'm using right now. So the problem is, yeah, it's a multi-mount system. I have a key light on it, which is pointed down to illuminate here, which is still giving me too many shadows. I have an arm coming off of it for this camera, for you. And then I have other arm coming off the top to try to get as high as I can for my phone camera. So that's what I'm currently using. The problem is this desk is very big. The desk is very big. I always forget about this scene. I have this other scene I could be using. The desk is very big, and I have to have this mount arm come off so far that it's like incredibly wiggly. See that? So, yeah. Oh, the helmets are so good. I like the helmets a lot. I like them a lot. I like all of it. Give me all of it. There's a good alteration for the MIDI scale Falcon from way back in the day where you could make it. You could set it in the home. Okay, wait. You could set it in the Home 1 set. Home 1. That was the Mon Calamari Cruiser, right? And then we see Nan's arms in these cams. These arms. Look at that. I'm getting muscle, but I tell you what, I'm not losing the weight that I really wanted to. I don't know if I want to get into it yet, but that is one thing I want to talk about this morning. I got to try to figure out this weekend my new routine for this next week. I've been going about 5 months working out consistently, and I have gained muscle, but I have lost like none of my fat. And the fat's really what I want to lose. So I need to change tactics, I think, a little bit. I like working out. I actually am now in the spot in my life where like I kind of like working out. But I really gotta get rid of some of this fat just because, okay, anybody who is dealing with this, you don't have to do the same thing. But mostly just health related reasons, not just looks, but some looks. I had the control room in the hangar in the Home 1 set. Okay, I remember that one now. Yeah, I never had that one. Can't wait for the insect set that they're gonna come up with soon. They're doing insects. That's so cute. Kind of like the creator sets. They've been just hitting it out of the park, honestly. Like some of the sets I've been doing lately have just been some of my favorite things. The dioramas are all just wins. Dioramas are so cool. It's all I want to build now of my own. Like I just want to build more dioramas. I got to get pictures of that diorama that I made. I've got to get those pictures out. I will commit to taking pictures this weekend. I will get pictures of the diorama that we made for the Duel and the Death Star rooms, and I will get those out somewhere. I don't even know where. I was thinking about posting them on Threads, but Threads is pretty much, nobody's freaking using it anymore. So I guess I'll have to put them on Twitter. God, I hate Twitter so much. Sorry, X. Let's not even get started in that. All right. Okay. Let's just keep going. Also on a journey of losing weight. What's been working for me is intermittent fasting and been a little more careful about artificial sugars in my diet. That's been the thing that's worked for me in the past, Code. The thing that has always consistently always worked is cutting out my carbs. And you know, doing fasting I think was fine. I just normally would skip breakfast anyway because I got sick of eating eggs every morning. So I would just naturally kind of fast. But really for me, it was always kicking the sugar. Kicking the sugar to the curb is just the only thing that has ever really lasted for me. But the problem with that is the moment that you stop, it all comes back and then some, and 20 plus pounds in my case. Like I didn't realize this because I haven't been stepping on a scale because the scale gives me anxiety. And here we are. But I'm probably the biggest I've been. Like, I'm like 264, 268, I think it 268.1. And that's like the biggest I've been in a long time. And I'm like, I've been working out consistently for 5 months, like 5 times a week. And yes, I've gained some muscle. I've definitely gained some muscle mass, and some of that weight could be attributed to that. But it's like at this point, I really was expecting to kind of, even if I was even down just a few pounds from where I started, I would be like, that's fine. I'm going to keep doing this then. I'll do it for years if I have to. But apparently it's going in the other direction, and that's not the direction I want to go in. Carbs and large amounts of dairy are what do it for me. I hate it because I can't have beers as often as I wish now. Yeah, the thing I'm struggling with right now is like I just don't want to go back and forth. I was kind of tired of just yo-yoing around. But man, if I showed you a picture, I don't even know if I should. I don't know if I should show you a picture of 2019. Like 2018, 2019. Actual snack. Like, I had things dialed in. And it was all the carbs. It was all the carbs at the end of the day. And I know that, like, you can lose weight by counting your calories. But in my mind, if I'm going to count something, I'd rather count the carbs because I know that it works, and it works, like, relatively fast. But I just don't want to bring it all back on, you know? I have a year to, like, get myself back to what I was before pandemic. That's really all my only goal. That's how I feel looking back at pics too. Yeah. Muscle does weigh more than fat. Could be you're burning fat but gaining muscle faster. My only thought on that is it isn't just the scale. My only thought of that is that it's also that my gut is larger than it's ever been, and I'm not gaining muscle in my gut currently. I'm not doing a lot of ab workouts or anything like that. So that's the thing that kind of started ringing alarm bells for me, is I'm like, you know, the gut's really not getting anything. Not really. That's where, if I'm losing fat, that's where it should go. I've also noticed it in my face. I usually notice fat loss in my face first. And I've noticed my face plumping out a little bit more too. So
it's Chuck Norris's water.
Yeah.
It's a roundhouse kick of hydration.
Thank you. I apologize if anybody is, you know, sensitive to diet talk. I apologize for that, but it is something I wanted to talk about this morning anyway. So we'll keep doing it. If you need to step out, I completely understand. There is so much emotion around eating and weight, and there's so much BS out there too. And there's so many different ways that people have, and there's so many different tactics, and what I decide to do might not end up being what's good for you. So like, this is not an advice section. This is just me trying to figure things out for myself. So whatever I end up deciding to do, it may not be the right course for you. So just know that, okay? Pandemic, yeah, the pandemic and having a kid, but I think mostly honestly the pandemic. I was doing decent before then. My pup passed during that too. Oof. So stopping the walks every day during that time was a real kicker. Yeah. I used to take him multiple times a day because he had a knee injury, so I needed to keep that muscle up for him. Ooh, that's rough, man. Chuck Norris doesn't do push-ups. The earth just moves up and down beneath him. Funny story that the roundhouse kick of hydration is about Chuck Norris. It's about his water company called Seaforce. Yeah, he has a water company from an artesian spring in Texas on Lone Wolf Ranch. And I am fairly certain, I'd have to have an expert analyze this, but it's tap water. I'm pretty sure it's tap water. Yeah, it has a taste to it. It has and I don't know if it might have changed, because when I first got it, I didn't notice it. But then after a while, I started noticing that like chemical cleaner taste to water. Artesian tap water, exactly. Chuck Norris is so weird. He is weird. So I've kind of, the Seaforce will always be part of the non-lore. It'll always be a very important part of our history. But you know, Chuck Norris I don't care about Chuck Norris. Let's just say that. We tried to get sponsored and they didn't answer, so now I'm mad. Dang it. Let's see. Always have a place in our hearts, right? Oh shoot. Okay, grippers activate. Yeah, I'm mad about the Liquid Death sponsorship, Clumsy. I keep seeing these guys on TikTok who are like tatted up and they're like, I'm not sponsored by Liquid Death, but I'm trying. And I'm like, dang it, that's my idea. I'm not doing anything with it, but it's mine. And I'm afraid somebody else is going to get that sponsorship before me. I don't even need money. All I need for them to do is just send me cases of water each month. And then I'll rep at any time, you know? So I don't even need a traditional sponsorship. I mean, I'd take it, but, you know. Oops. I got too ahead of myself. Hold on. I didn't put these bad boys in here. Oh, there was an ad break. I'm so sorry. I forgot to warn you. I'm doing horrible here. How did 5 minutes pass without me looking at that? I don't even know. Sorry if you got the ad there. I forgot to warn you. It tells me 5 minutes before, and I keep forgetting to mention it. Sorry. But welcome back. If you'd like to avoid that in the future, you can subscribe if you want, not required. But you could also use a Prime sub, which is free, if you link your Amazon Prime account, which I'm sure a lot of us have. And you get to use it on your favorite streamer, and it doesn't have to be me if that's not the case. I'll get over it. I'll be fine. Hey, it's Ursa. Good morning. How you doing? Where were we? We started talking about Chuck Norris. That's where I'm struggling as well. I've been focusing more on core to try to help cut that down. Yeah. So it feels like, yeah, it's MIDI scale is what they call it. It'll be like this. In order to get these massive ships in any kind of scale that is displayable, it has to be in MIDI scale. Which I find to be really interesting because you can get a lot of really cool details in it. What am I missing here? I feel like I'm missing something. No, I did that. Okay. We're good. I didn't get the UCS Super Star Destroyer. I didn't get any Star Destroyer set because just the display area alone, I already have 2 really big sets, and anything beyond that, I don't know if I can afford it or display it. It's too much. I hope you're having a good Saturday too, Ursa. What do you got going on today? Told my hubby about you and your Star Wars love and Lego. Sorry, phone caps locks names now. That's fine. Is he cool with me? Are we gonna be best friends? I hope. I love them, but yeah, I don't have room either. It's so much space. I have so much Lego in storage. That is just insane. The goal for me, the life Lego goal. Oops, hang on. I just skipped a step. The life Lego goal would be for me to be able to find a very big space where I can have like an entire room dedicated to just Lego stuff, along with my office. And that would mean shelving all around, storage all around, like drawers and stuff for storage all around. That's my ultimate goal. And like a giant build table where I can build like whatever I want. That's my dream goal, and I want to get there. Hi, Koro. How you doing? I hope you're doing well. He says you're best friends now. Excellent. Awesome. I love it. Let's go. Let's go. We're going to V-Rise today, or he would talk your ear off about both. Nice. Good. I'm also playing V-Rising too. It's okay. It's just okay. I'm sorry. It's fine. It's fun. It's fun. Well, you got to check the progress. It's fine now, right? It's almost gone completely. This feels more like a hairline check now. Hang on, there we go. I don't need the hairline checks. Not at all. Wow, Ursa didn't even tell her hubby about me. No, she gotta make sure that he stays, you know. That might just be too much temptation all in one place. Regret it if I ever got a tattoo. I need to get a tattoo. I really do. I just don't know what. I saw a TikTok the other day that killed me. It was a father who got one of his kids' drawings tattooed on his arm, and it just killed me. Just beautiful. I was like, that is such a great idea. Ugh. Okay, and this little detail goes here. As the day I was born. This is the spooky playlist, by the way. I can't help it. He has such a good collection, and it's all stuff that like I already listened to, so I just cranked the spooky collection. Lego Saturn. That's not a bad idea, Coleman. Coleman, you're my dirty secret. Yeah, I knew it. I'm done doing a quick page of my word hunt book. Just something to get my brain juices pumping a little bit. I love it. We all need something to get those juices flowing. The beautiful brain juices. Drinking my spooky brew, trying to get motivated for the day. Look what I got. This is Keurig. Keurig Donut Shop.
Why, you stuck-up, half-witted, scruffy-looking nerf herder.
Ursa, thank you so much for the sub. That is too kind. I appreciate that. Thank you. Now we can be best friends. Because you paid. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Thank you. Really. That is very kind of you. Lego Saturn is actually hitting for me. Especially the way that I designed the rings. I am joking about the friends now that you've subscribed, by the way. We're already friends. And no one has to subscribe to be my friend. Don't do that. That's weird. But hey, if you want to spend your money here, I am more than appreciative. We were just talking about how the Twitch fund is going really well. And I should be able to spend a little bit of it upgrading the stream pretty soon. And we're talking a little bit about what that's going to be. So any of you who have subscribed or thrown money at the stream, if you have any ideas, or really anybody, but especially those of you who have, if you have any ideas about what I should get, I am looking for a camera to replace the phone here for the top down, and then also some kind of rigging system to hold all that. That's my next big purchase, I think. So yeah, that's a great idea, Coleman. And the planets would be great. That would be great. I was really kind of like, once I get into shape, once I get into better shape, then I'm gonna get a tattoo. And it's just not progressing in the direction I wanted it to. I got a Twitch payout last week and I haven't streamed in months. They lowered the payout threshold to $50. So I bet you earned that alone from your spray bottle emote. I would bet. I'm tempted to subscribe just to get that because it's so useful. It's incredibly useful. Okay, that's the only thing on here. Planet... What planet's that? Coleman, that is really a good idea. I'm going to float that to Mrs. Nonder. I don't think she'd care. I think she'd be like, sure, do it. I think she'd like it. But like doing it in the style of the Lego Saturn that I made for him. Subsidizing my emote. Hey, do what you got to do. Maybe if enough people subscribe, you'll stream again. Maybe. It's especially useful lately for some reason. I don't know what's going on. Spooky is in the air. Okay, that makes sense. Man, there's so many steps that are just like a couple pieces. 2 of these. I don't know, guys. I've just been... It's just so much fun. It's just so much fun. I don't even know how to describe it. I feel like you all are just like actual real good friends, even though I haven't even gone to LutzCon yet. We haven't met in person. I haven't felt this way about people in a very long time, especially given where I live. You all are really special. Like, you really are. Given where I live, I don't have a lot of friends here. I have, like, one good friend here, and unfortunately, he lives just far enough away that, like, it's really hard to hang out with him. And if he's here lurking right now, I love you, bro. I hope. I'll text you later. But he's just far enough where it's, like, it makes it really, really hard to do anything. Also, I got to work on being a better friend, you know. Let's see. I gotta get my mouse over here. Sorry. What did I miss? He has this all down horrendous. I think it's just the fact that he like. The fact that he doesn't see it kills me every time. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't want him to be the kind of guy who's like, yeah, I'm hot stuff. I'm awesome. But like, come on, man. Like, you gotta know. You have to know. You have to know, right? Ugh, hate it. Yeah, what's Koro up to? Never made enough to get a payout. It was hard for a while, Code, because they had it was like $100. Like, that's a lot. That's a long time to get to that, you know. Letters to write, licking stamps. That was innocent. Sure. Can't wait for you to be able to join us. Blur is so sad I'm not close enough to hang out with y'all whenever IRL. Yeah. How do you find people like this, but in real life? And understanding that it might not be possible in Texas. Bolivar boys. He literally doesn't know. Do you think he literally doesn't know, or do you think he's just trying to be humble? Like, honest question. Which I appreciate if he is being humble. You know? You don't what? Never lived near you. I'd be bugging to go to brunch all the time. That'd be so cool. Oh, is it just that you just don't meet people like that? Okay, you don't meet friends IRL this fun. They're out there though, right? Because you all exist. I'm assuming. Please tell me that you're real. You all have met in person, so I know most of you are real. But like, please tell me that you're real. It just gets hard here in Texas. I'm just being honest. It gets hard here because not like that. It's just so hard to find like-minded people, open-minded people. It's really kind of sad. It's hard. I don't know how to do it. Nander gets to Loot's kind of an empty Airbnb with Glenn sitting on the couch, and they just go, "Lol, got you. We've all been bots this whole time." That's what my parents said would happen. It's like you meet people online, they're not actually really who they say they are. They're all, I don't know, bad people. I don't know what they thought was going to happen. I mean, don't get me wrong, the internet is a dangerous place. Be careful. But at the same time, you know, take a risk. Yeah, so I don't know. I just got to take this year to figure out my life so that I can present myself well at LootsCon. Not just, and that's not just weight related. That's really not. I am what I am, but it's more like, I mean, if I stayed the same weight but managed my stress better, then I'd be happy with that. You know, I'd be proud of that. And we're taking steps. We're getting there. We're all a figment of Glenn's imagination. The AI went rogue with Glenn. That's when we all do the shocking reveal that we're really AI and the people they met in real life are just super realistic robotic bodies. Are they like stormtroopers? Or are they like the Roger robots? Because that doesn't work for me. Don't do that to me. It's going to turn into a Black Mirror episode. It's going to real quick. My tinfoil hat. My mother was so worried about the trip. I was like, there's no way all 10 people are going to team up and kill me. Yes. Yeah, it's like Spooky said when he was talking about what he was saying to his dad, which was just killed me. He's like, how do you like know these people? I was like, I've literally like been knowing these people for years through the stream, that by this point we'd kind of know, like people would show their true colors by this point. That'd be a very long con, you know, just to try to like troll Spooky. That'd be a long con. Guild is all shapes and sizes and personalities. We all vibe. I 100% know that it would be the least stressful social interaction I've ever had. I can just tell already. We all know a like-minded friend near Justin with 2 kids. I would also like to meet people with kids. Justin is about 4 hours away. Yeah. I actually also have a friend in Justin, who is also just an amazing person, and he's just a little bit further away. We're actually not as close as I'd like us to be, but, you know. They can't be Roger because those things are nowhere near realistic humans. That doesn't matter to Koro though. The Roger robots, the Trade Federation bots look a lot like Glenn, which I know from experience she's into. So I personally know someone in Texas, but she's crazy. That's usually how that goes. I am sure that it's not all people in Texas. It's just that like when you don't have, I don't know, like it's so hard, especially with kids. We really need to get him into like some co-op stuff. And there's a couple that aren't religious based, like homeschool co-ops that I think might be helpful in meeting like, you know, friends like that. But 4 hours, yeah, Texas is way too big. That's the problem, is like if you don't live in, even if you said somebody lived in the DFW area, like I'm comfortable enough to tell people I live in the DFW area, and we'd never run into each other. Like never. I know somebody actually that I knew from from a long time ago who I didn't realize lived here. And we have never run into each other. Never. And he lives in like what would be considered the next town over, basically, but I'm over there all the time. I was over there a couple weeks ago, and I had the thought of like, I wonder if I'll run into so and so. Never did. And I say friend, we're acquaintances at best. At best, we're not really friends. The commando droids? Listen, don't call me out like that. Sorry. I shouldn't shame. The Outlaws gameplay changed something in me. Outlaws is so good. Go on. Have you seen it? The trench coat? It was the coat, right? It was the coat. My friend was crazy when she moved from New Jersey to Texas. I'm still crazy for moving here. Just suddenly started hurting. It might have something to do with a fingernail. Ooh, ouch. I got like a hangnail developing on one of my fingers right now. Excuse me. Ugh. Okay. The coat, the voice, the attitude, it all works together in tandem. Hang on. There we go. Seriously, hanging out with people like you make it super easy to be nice and super hard to be mean, even if I wanted to be. Aw. I hope you don't want to be mean. Unless requested. Okay, so this one goes right here. I got a builder I'm never gonna finish.
Miss you.
Miss you. Oop. Oh, the DJ Classic. The DJ Classic. Speaking of DJ Classics, I love that man. Even though he's been taken by Baldur's Gate, taken from me. Hopefully we can get DJ to come next year too. That's my goal. As I told him, is like, if you go, I go. So don't let me down. So we're both trying to make sure that our lives are in better spots for next time. Really, a big piece of that for me is the job. So I'm hoping I'm already in a better spot for that. And as long as I can plan appropriately with enough notice, there shouldn't be a problem. Do we know, like, are we gonna do? Has Gen Con been put on the calendar yet? And are we doing it on Gen Con? Because if so, excuse me, I can put PTO in way ahead of time, like way ahead of time. If you have Spotify, check out Dirty Civilian Podcast. That's a podcast I've been listening to that talks about finding like-minded people offline. Oh, that's great. Are you in the Discord? Could you throw that in the Discord for me? Because I will forget, but I would love to listen to that. I would love to listen to that. That way it would act as a reminder. If you're not in the Discord and you don't want to be, just let me know and I'll put it on my notes app. But it'd be wonderful if you do my work for me. I would never be mean to you guys unless provoked, which I highly doubt. Nah, none of us would do that. Coleman wanted to kill me a few times, I'm pretty sure. He was my friend. I'm excited for the job too. There's going to be a lot of transition time here that I'm not excited for. But is necessary. I really hate the transition period. Like trying to train somebody what I do, so that they can take it over when I'm gone. It's not my favorite thing to do. But, you know, I'm going to do it, obviously. That's the problem staying with the same company. If I had left the company, I'd give them 2 weeks and I'd be like, peace. Peace out. Yeah, here. Let me know if that works. That should be the most active link. There you go. See, that's what I mean. Bebo sometimes short circuits a little bit. And does some questionable things, but he's fine. He'll be back. Okay, I used those already. All right. Wow, this is getting super detailed right here for a super Star Destroyer. So 4 of those. Okay. Oh, isn't that interesting? I don't know if you can see this. Hang on. Let's see. Push that back a little bit so I can build like right here, but look at this. Come on. Whoa, too much. Too much. We're putting a piece like this over one of these clips, which I've never done before. But sure enough, it works. Interesting. I don't know I don't know if that's just going to be for a little greeble detail, but it's an interesting tactic. Tactic. Huh. Oh, actually, looks like I got to push it in a little bit more. Interesting. Ooh, my phone is running hot, too. My phone would be running hot. I don't understand why it's running so hot. It hasn't in the past. Training people sucks. It really does. I mean, at least I'm training people with the intention that I'm like, peace out. It's your problem now. But I do feel kind of bad for the people. I really didn't mind the people I worked with. I like my boss. My boss is the person who pushed me to develop myself, you know, and to get out of my comfort zone. You can do it in, you can do it in general. That's fine. Yeah, just do it in general. But yeah, she's the one who pushed me to kind of like step out of my comfort zone and start looking for things. Wait a minute. That wasn't the step. That wasn't what I was supposed to do. What am I doing? It's just supposed to be here. Okay, just forget it. That whole thing I zoomed in to show you, just forget it. That never happened. It's fake. It didn't work. It's also why I never became a teacher. Me no explainy things. I can explain things pretty well, I think. Maybe overly well. I think I give people too much nuance. Like, I give them, like, all the details and not, like... So if this ever happens, then you got to do this. But that doesn't ever happen. It just might happen. So you want to know how to do it, you know? Yeah, just drop it in general. What is tic-tac? Tic-tac-toe? What do you do? So I am an analyst. I work for... It's not exactly a hidden thing. Like, if you find my name, you can find where I work, but I work in the healthcare distribution side of things. Meaning that we make sure that people can get medication. We're not so much about the people who set medication cost. We're more about getting the right medication to the right people. And a lot of what I do right now is allocation related. So to make sure that giant locations don't take all of the product for people who really need it, we allocate things. And that is where most of the stress comes in, making decisions daily about like who deserves medication versus who doesn't. It's not really that, but it feels like that sometimes. It's more about protecting it from the big guys so that the little guys can also get it. It's that kind of stuff. So that's what I was doing before. In addition to like managing a lot of programs that was supposed to be my real job, creating programs that like save money, make things more efficient. But in general, I'm a business analyst. Yeah, it really is a good company. I'm sure they're not perfect. It's giant. Like, it is what I would consider like a mega corporation. But in this industry, in the industry we're in, I don't think I would work in the industry if it wasn't for this company. I would probably be like, I want nothing to do with that. So the thing I'm doing now, I'm an analyst, but I also work this shared email box with a couple other people. And it's basically stores coming and calling in and saying like, I want more of this item. I have patients who are waiting for it. And these items are like supply constrained. Not from us, but from the people who are manufacturing it. So we're like the middleman in that. And we have to go look and see, do we have any wiggle room here? If we do, we can give some to them. If not, we have to tell them no. A lot of research involved in making that decision. You have to have a lot of data to back up your decision in case it gets escalated. You just have to follow the process, you know? But then also there's a lot of times where it's just a gut call where it's like, okay, you followed the process. We could see where you could say yes or no on this. So if you said no, like, you're not going to get in trouble, but also like if you said yes, you're not going to get in trouble. So then you have to make these like judgment calls, and that's the part that probably leads to a lot of the stress, you know, and just the sheer amount and volume of what comes in is what's really really messed up. So what I'm moving into is going to be able to do more of the stuff that I thought this first job was doing, which is like programs and creating dashboards for analytics and stuff like that, maintaining those. And yeah, there'll be some maintenance stuff, but there's no shared email box. And that's really, I got to get out of that world of the shared box, because otherwise I will lose my mind. You know? Sounds like you work for a great company. Oh yeah, we are. I already read that. Yeah, I think so too. I will not leave this company unless I get a job at Lego, which I have been attempting. I admittedly haven't attempted in a little while, but I have put in several applications to work in Connecticut for Lego, doing similar stuff. In fact, there was a role about allocations, basically, and customer demand management. That's kind of where my forte is right now. And I applied for those, even though it's all over my resume, and I got crickets. Actual crickets back. Like, they mailed them to me. It was weird. They were still alive. I got the point. But I'm still trying. That would mean moving my family to Connecticut. But that is an option. That's probably about the only thing I would leave this company for, is an opportunity like that. Because I would love to do that. And also, that would be our ticket out of this hellscape. You know? So we'll see. That's kind of a further down the train. Yeah. Looks like I've been dropped as well. Some pictures of my desk and Lego. Ooh. Let's go. Hold on. Well, welcome to the Discord, by the way. Come on. Why am I not going to general? There we go. The dirty civilian. Okay, excellent. Thank you for popping that in there. I appreciate that. Here's the Lego desktop. Ooh, I love a good simple display too, though, honestly. Oh, I like the lights. What kind of lights are you using here, by the way? Are they just like LED strip lights? Because I'd like to light up my display a little bit more too. Those are cool. Those are like the, we have this one, the little Mustang. The Technic ones I've never really gotten into, but they're also pretty cool. Technic is a whole thing. A whole thing. Where did I see, was it Tech? There's your desk. Oh, see, now we're talking. Look at this. Hey, is that a Keychron? Is that a Keychron keyboard? Because look at this. Keychron. I'm pretty sure. I don't think it's the exact same model, but it's got to be pretty close, right? Is it Keychron? It's got to be. How do you keep it dust free? I do not. I was just dusting it the other day. It's really constant dusting. Just LED lights with a diffuser on it. I think the diffuser is key. Yeah. I love it. That is some monitors. Do you work from home as well? We have like a PlayStation, not a PlayStation game, a station to play, and then do work on the laptop. I like it. I like that. I like how everything's set up there. I'd take pictures of my desk currently, but it's a little in disarray right now. I'll have to clean it up first. That's very cool. I like that. I like it. We're looking at IKEA stuff to enclose all the Lego. You could do that. Yeah, I put like a an air filter in this office, and it seemed to help, but then I keep forgetting to turn it on. So, you know, that helped a little bit, but really, yeah, it's just, if you see how dusty some of these are on the shelf over here, woof. You can only see a little section of the shelf right here. It goes from here all the way down to that wall. But it goes from, I actually added on from all the way here, all the way over here, all the way to the corner of the wall there too, just recently. So I got to do some sorting. My sorting game is like really bad. If I'm going to keep building my own stuff, I've got to sort better. Okay. It's a GMMC Pro 2 with drop M3 caps. Nice. Nice. It looks a lot like the Keychrons. I like the Keychrons. It's become my personal office, working on starting a company in my free time. Tell us more. Of course, if it's trade secrets, you don't have to, but I love that. That's awesome. This goes right here. Okay. Is that it? Is this an extra piece? It doesn't feel like it would be an extra piece. Hang on. Yep, I knew it. It just, you have a feeling after you do this for a while of the pieces that are like, okay, that's understandable that that's an extra piece, and this was just not one of them. It's hard to explain. Pieces like this, these make sense as extra pieces. You could lose those pretty easily, right? But pieces like that one, not typical. They're not out here trying to give you free Lego, you know. Super high level is designing a new CPU for embedded systems like a smart home devices and security cameras. That's cool. That is way above my head. That's awesome though. I love that. A new CPU for smart home devices. That's probably needed lately, right? With how much more they want devices, like in-home devices, to be able to do, having better CPUs for that is probably necessary. Bag number 5. There's only 2 bags left. Looks like we're probably gonna start building the exterior. I wish I had the idea to start my own thing, and 2, the time and ability to follow through. So good on you. Like, you know, if you got the idea, you got the drive and the passion for it. Like, I think that's awesome. I hope you make it. I hope you do. There's a huge market gap, as currently there are only really 2 reliable processors, and companies pay millions a year in licensing for them. Yeah. That Lego sage wisdom. Sure. I'm great at giving advice. I'm not so good at taking my own advice. You know? It applies to you, not to me. I'm hoping, fast forward a couple months, that things are looking a little more like manageable and sustainable for me. I really do think work was a lot of the source of stress, because I'd end my day just completely worn out, like mentally worn out. And I remember a time not that long ago, like 3 or 4 years ago, where like in the evenings I'd be streaming. I'd be like working on stuff. I'd be, you know, not wanting to go to bed at 9 p.m. That was not that long ago. So yes, I am aging, but like I don't think it should be at that rate. It shouldn't be at that rate. So yeah, I'm hoping that my brain is less fried at the end of my workday. That's really what I'm looking for in this move. There we go. So what's up, Koro? I forgot. I didn't see what your weekend plans were. You have the weekend off with your new gig? Your job? this little piece right here. Oh, oh, that. Flip it over. Okay. I currently got a whiteboard hidden from the picture that is covered in custom instruction sets and writing my own assembly code and compilers for it. I still need to get the dev board to start testing, but I'm getting close to a basic processor to make sure I'm understanding everything correctly and no errors in the basic instructions. That's so cool. That is really cool. Okay, I'm gonna flip it over, give it a smack, set it aside. Just a little light tap. My first on-call day is next Saturday, but I started taking Spanish calls on Thursday. It went really well. You know Spanish? Get out of here. I don't understand it, Koro. I'm not going to go there, but I don't understand it. That's all I'm going to say. But that's cool. That's nice. I bet it's hard for people who speak Spanish to find that kind of support. So it's really cool that you're there to provide that. I like it. Okay. Don't understand what. And I don't want to like out you on the stream. You just your history. I don't get it. I don't get it. I immediately when I said it was like maybe I shouldn't talk about it here. So we don't have to talk about it. Oh no, it's a small one. Like that. Okay. Goal is to be the next Intel or AMD. Whew, that's a huge goal, but I believe I can get there eventually. That's awesome. It's the best. I had one lady who's just saying, okay, mi niña, gracias, mi niña. Aw, that's sweet. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Like, I'm not going to talk too much about it, but I don't understand the whole X situation. What a freaking... That's it. That's all I'm going to say. That's it. That's it. That's the whole thing. That's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. I don't know what I'm building here, but it's cool. It's looking cool. Me daily. You and me both, dude. I don't know. Well, you know. I hate to be one of those everything happens for a reason guys. Because I only like kind of half believe that nowadays. You know what I mean? It's like begrudgingly believing it. Okay, everything happens for a reason, I guess. But if we never know the reason, or it never plays itself out, then does it matter if it happens for a reason? I don't know. I'm just going on a tangent now. Okay, we'll flip it over, give it a smack, set it aside. Oh, nope, we're not even setting it aside. We're going to keep going. Okay. I thought we were done. Okay, now turn it over. Give it a little smack. And we're going to add it to this one. How? Like this? Yeah. I don't think everything happens for a reason. I think life kicks you in the balls and it's your choice how to proceed. Nice. Okay. Good. That's more of what my... That's a little bit more of what my philosophy has been within the last, I don't know, 5 years or so, is that I'm trying to think if I want to cuss right now or not. I don't know. Maybe not. Crap happens. Crap happens, and that seems to happen at a whim to good people, to bad people, to all sorts of people. And while that's also a terrifying thought, it's just you kind of have to shrug and be like, I don't know what else to do. The divorce was incredibly painful, but I'm healthier now than I've been in my entire life. Yeah. Also true. I say that about my time at that college. That dang college. It's like it was both. I kind of wish I had the guts to stand up to my parents and tell them, no, I'm practically an adult. I don't need to listen to you. But then also, like, it was definitely a catalyst moment in my life. I remember being broken up with from my girlfriend from that college and puking in the lawn of the boys' dorm. And I have never done that in my whole life because that's just how distraught I was. And now I look at it, I'm like, dude, you dodged the biggest of bullets. Like, come on, man. Also, that is hot. That curve, that angle right there is freaking fierce. Look at that. If that doesn't do something for you, then maybe it's just me. It does something for me. It works. Okay. Anyway, next side. All right. Oops. Okay. It looks like we're doing the other side, I think. Yeah, we are. Well, no, actually. I think we're doing the front section right here. It was good. It was good for me. Like, you know, I don't know. That's why, like, I'm not even really anymore. I'm not mad at her. Like, I really hope she's doing well. I hope she's happy, you know? Like, why would I be mad about that? At the time, I had my phase, you know, of like, screw you, you know? That was horrible. But, you know, anymore, what did I do? What have I done wrong? I've done something wrong. Yeah, I did this wrong. But yeah, it's just... So it's like... That's where I say, like, I mean, I guess that happened for a reason. And I guess that has turned into something better. But it also might not have. It also had every opportunity to make me jaded and make me not want to try again, you know? We are the same. It's feeling like it. Are you a long lost sister? That's a very real possibility in my family. Yeah, so I fear I've said too much. What was I saying? I completely lost my train of thought now. Yeah, it was just, I wish her the best. I have no ill will, any ill will now. It's all good. I'm sure that, like, she probably sees it as my fault. Maybe it was. Maybe it was. I'm sure I was emotionally immature, 100%. I had no idea what I was doing. She was my first girlfriend in college. In college. So, you know, that was bound to probably end pretty poorly. It was bound. It was bound to. But I'm the type of guy who, like, would have been like, I would have been like, I'm trying to think. Yeah. If a couple of different circumstances would have played out differently, like if she hadn't, and I'm not going to say anymore, but if she hadn't done what she did to me, then just knowing the kind of person that I am, and the kind of blind loyalty that I had at the time, would have probably married her. And probably would have ended up a lot like your situation at the end of the day. Only, I think it probably would have been worse, because I think, I'm not trying to do the Olympics with you here, and try to see whose trauma is the worst, but, like, yeah. I think I would have gotten myself a little more stuck in that relationship, if that makes sense. I think there would have probably been kids involved, is what I'm saying. And that when you get kids involved, then it's like you're attached to this person literally for life. So thank goodness that never escalated to that point. And now I have a kid with someone I love to be attached to for life. And she's wonderful. And like, I have no regrets there. You know what I mean? And look at these freaking angles on this Star Destroyer. I love my wife and the Star Destroyer. It's just, yeah. Life is weird. Life is long. It's weird. Things don't make sense in the moment. They might make sense later on, but they also might not ever make sense, you know? I think we all have someone like that in our lives. I'm sort of in that boat right now. I wish I knew back then. It would have saved me a bunch of issues, yeah. But then also you wouldn't learn, you know? You're very tasteful and kind when talking about that situation. I literally have no ill will. Like, I have no reason to want to, like, drag her through the mud. Like, literally, you know? I did have feelings for her, you know? At the time, I thought it was love. It probably was. Probably some kind of love, you know? I'm fiercely loyal, so that's kind of part of the problem, is I didn't see warning signs. I attached and never let go until I was forced to let go. And that's, you know, I learned from that. I learned a lot from that. Kids would have been it with this person. This was a disaster. It would have been bad. And that's 100% what would have happened too. 100%. 100%. And I'd be in, yeah. So, phew, dodge that bullet. If you haven't dodged that bullet, you know, again, everybody's life is a little bit different. Everybody's story is a little bit different. It doesn't mean that something beautiful can't come out of that too. You know, it really can. It could still been I still could have been a very happy person. I might have gone through different things, but maybe I came out the other end still good. Who knows? Learning about the fact that there's people out there who would prey on, and I'm not talking about her particularly now, but just people that would prey on other people's attachment levels and like kind of use that against them. That's pretty sad, I think. To learn that about the world is pretty sad. You know. I think the thing that hurts the most about mine is she made me out to be the monster, manipulated friends into thinking she was the victim. Yeah, kind of ruined some relationships I thought were strong but clearly weren't. Yeah, that's also kind of another reason why it's like it's not worth it to get into the blame game, because everyone can spin anything the way that they want to spin it, and it's kind of like, you know, everybody will pick a side in that instance, and sometimes it's just not worth it, you know. Sometimes it is worth it. I love how most of my advice devolves into like, but I don't know, do what you want to do. Your life is different than mine. I can't tell you what to do. Where does that go? Oh, there it is. Yeah. I lost a lot of friends too. It's one of the hardest parts. Did he go and blame it on you too, Cora? You know, there is a part of me, and I don't know the situation fully. There is a part of me that does respect at least a little bit. And feel free to shoot me down on this and be like, nah, that's not true. But I respect a little bit of the, like, if it were me, I would sit in misery for the rest of my life. For the record, I'm not right now. Okay, I'm very happy. But the entire thing was my fault. Okay, never mind. Then I'm not going to say what I was about to say. I was just going to say that, like, I kind of respect the... like, let's just call it quits mentality. You know, me and Mrs. Nonder talk about this sometimes. I was about to say a lot, but we really don't talk about it a lot. But it's like early on in our marriage, we're like, look, if anything ever changes between us, right? And you feel like you need something else, it's gonna hurt it's gonna be horrible. But like, please just tell me. Like, we see all these stories about these people sneaking around, and they just keep sneaking around, but yet they stay with their husband or wife. And it's just like, please just don't do that. That's kind of like our line, right? It's like, if you want to go fool around with somebody, please just divorce me first. Like, please just get it over with. You know what I mean? And of course she would always be like, I'll kill you, but like, please at least like, don't sneak around with it. So we always kind of like made kind of a promise. I mean, not anything written, but just that we're going to like communicate with each other if it ever becomes the case, you know? And it would suck and it would be sad. And I still don't feel like it'll ever happen. But if it ever did, we just don't want to drag each other through something. Like, why would you stay in something that you don't want to be in, you know? Okay, I've completely lost okay, wait, it goes like this. Okay. Does that make sense, you know? The entire thing was my fault. That's the part that I'm like, really? I'm all about making work in a marriage, like, for real. But my ex was pushing me into a void that I wasn't willing to fall into again. That's good. Yeah. The friends that stuck around saw both sides and made their own decisions and decided she was crazy. Yeah. But again, you know, everybody can spin it the way they want to spin it. That's the unfortunate part, you know? I just forgot a whole bunch of pieces on this one. And then the angle piece. Yeah. Okay. Is that everything? I think that's everything. So yeah, I don't know. I don't pretend to be an expert. I know I love my wife. She's amazing. She's awesome. She's incredibly supportive. She's a very kind person, typically. That look right? Yeah, that looks right. And also the Star Destroyer freaking rocks. I hate that I'm ending each sentence about my wife with how cool the Star Destroyer is, but it's true. I'm very excited that if she's expressed interest in coming to LutzCon, so I'm very excited that she does, because I really think she would love y'all too. I'm trying to get her and Octi to be friends, because I feel like they're kindred spirits. I think they'd be good for each other. You know, he's a worship leader at a mega church here, right? No, I didn't do that. Do you want to spill the tea to me? If you want to send me deets, please do. Because also, like, not surprised. But also, create Google alerts for that name. Create Google alerts for that name. Yep, that's all I'm saying there. She is amazing. I worry she doesn't see it herself sometimes, and we need to help her with that, you know? Much like you all helped me with that. She manipulated and abused me. Oof, took advantage of my kindness while also sneaking around my back. That's the thing. It took everything in my power to not ruin her life with her parents because they loved me. Oof. See, that's the thing, man. That's the part I don't understand about people. About people who would do that, who would sneak around. It's just like, if you want something else, or even honestly, if you want an open relationship, like, be honest about that. You know, the first step in that would be being open with your current partner and telling them that, you know. If one person's not enough for you, just be open about that, you know. Don't go sneaking around and then be like, oh, but this is what I needed. No. In my mind, there's no justification in a marriage for sneaking around with other people. Like, there just isn't. There isn't. If you're not getting something and you can't communicate that, it's like selfish to try to have both worlds, you know? That's not fair. It's not fair to the other person. It's really not even fair to you at the end of the day. It's only going to end poorly. I can guarantee that. you never know how open the other person is going to be to it, right? And until you ask or say something, you never know. You never know. Octi is amazing. She really is. That's why I think they would get along so well. Like I feel like Mrs. Nonder has that energy to her. But like, I'm trying to think of how to say it. Let me think for a second. Such a soothing presence, and her voice is so calm and wise. That's awesome. I already liked Octi, but then when I saw the pictures of Octi and like Loot said, or was it Spooky said about her smile, I was like, yeah, she needs to be friends with Mrs. Nonder. I already thought that they would be excellent friends, but what am I looking at here? Here. Adding one of those and then a 3. Yeah, just a 3-piece right there. Okay. That's open. Oh, look at this. Look at this. It's so cool. Oh, there's an ad. Sorry about that. There was an ad. I forgot to tell you again. I'm really bad at this thing, but I'm just so caught up on how cool this is. I think the worst part is she came into my life when I was at a low point, and I thought it was the best thing to happen to me at the time, but she just pushed me deeper. Yeah, still trying to heal, and that was 2.5 years ago. It sticks with you for a while, doesn't it? It really does. Yep. God, so cool. Man. Yeah, definitely. It might take you a while, but you can definitely come back from something like that, you know? I hope you do. There will probably be a part of you that, is hurt for a long time. But being, having that trauma and being hurt like that doesn't mean that you can't also be happy at the same time. It feels like an oxymoron, if that's the term. But it's true, Like, I think back to it and I still think, oof, that hurt, but I don't have the same physical reaction to it. You know what I mean? Mostly because I was a freaking child at the time with an underdeveloped brain. It would have been better for me if I had gotten that kind of thing out of the way earlier in my life, but I didn't. I didn't. But yeah, I'm in a good spot right now. I have no intentions of ever leaving this girl behind, and she better not leave me behind either. She would never. And that's the security of like a nice, stable relationship. It doesn't mean we don't need to work at it. There isn't still stuff that like I could do better at. There's absolutely stuff I could do better at. But it's like you want to work on that stuff when you're in something that's healthy adjacent, Oh, I think I hear the boy. Here he comes. Oh, we're flipping it over. Giving it a little smack. And working on, oh, those are engines. Oh, that's sweet. Okay, that makes sense. He's not a baby so much anymore, Koro. He's so grown. Oh, actually, we're not just putting those right on there. We're gonna do some detail work first. Come here. I need to take you out. Sorry. What do we think his first words are gonna be this morning? A year ago, there would have been a lot of different language that'd be used to describe her. I'm able to talk about it now and not feel the pains, just now getting out of that hole I fell into. That's good. That's progress, right? You're better off than you were even the other day, then that's progress. We'll see if he wants to come in here. I try not to make a ton of content with him in, but I also don't want to be like, don't come in while I'm doing, you know what I mean? But yeah, I also don't try to make him the center of our... Oh, it's 2 of those on the side and 1 of those in the middle. Okay. Hello? Hey, Zeke. Hi. What you got? Oh, you want to show him your space shuttle? Here, come here. You want to show it to him? He got something new. You want to come up here? Whoa, look at that. Whoops, sorry. Oh, gosh, you're getting heavy. What is it?
A space shuttle.
A space shuttle. Can you show us what it does? What does it do?
It can move.
It can move.
And it can...
Oh, here, do you want to put it... You want to put it right here so we can see it in the camera? There you go. Oh, here. Right there. See? That's a space shuttle. Oh, here, you want me to move those? Okay, here. Let me move those. You see what I'm building?
What about it?
A Star Destroyer. Look. Look at that.
Whoa.
Cool. So what is it? Tell us about your set.
Okay. The space shuttle also fly, but it can open itself.
Mm-hmm.
And it could take off the space station on the space.
It has a little space station?
Yeah.
Whoa. Here, can you show that to the camera right here? Right here. Yeah, there you go. There's a little space station with it. That's cool.
Yeah.
Is it also a little satellite? Because I called it a satellite.
No, it's not a satellite.
Oh, okay.
I call it a space station.
You call it a space station. Okay. All right. What does it do next? Closes up? Wow.
It closes up.
That's so cool.
And here's the wings.
The wings. Wow.
And here's a little flag on the wings.
The little flag. How did you know that was the flag? I didn't even tell you that. That is. It's like the American flag on the wings. Did mommy tell you that? Yeah. Okay. You good? Do you want me to finish building this? Okay. What are you gonna do? You gonna go eat some breakfast with mama?
Yeah.
Okay. You want to say bye to everybody?
Bye.
Bye. Okay. There you go. All right. Can you shut the door on your way out too? I'll be done in a little bit. I'm on the last bag. Okay. Love you. He's such a good kid sometimes. Most of the time he's a great kid. He's a kid. He's a cute little human being. He has his problems, you know? But I just lost the piece I was just using. Okay. Yeah, his little voice is so cute, especially when he's trying to be cute. Like, you can try, he's like, okay, so. He's so cute. I think the biggest problem for me was finding my love for Airsoft and all the guys I've met there. They become some of my closest pals. Feels weird that a couple of months ago, I'd be the quiet guy in the back prep room, but I'm in the middle talking to everybody. It takes something like that sometimes, doesn't it? I love that for you. I've heard similar stories from people who find like not just a hobby, but a group sport like that. I've heard good things from people who have found that. I used to take karate, and I met a lot of really great people when I did that. I should do karate again. Is there a karate studio anywhere near? Gosh, I'm just so big, though. I don't know. Come on, get in there. There you go. All right. And then in the middle, towards the middle is a smaller one. And on the outside is a bigger one. Just trying to get all these engines right. I didn't realize there was two kinds. Yeah, community is important. It is. Like, I'm not debating that. I'm just like, it's really hard to find sometimes. But yeah. You know, I think that's why so many of us have taken to the internet to find that community that we lack in our own lives. And thankfully, we do find it. We find it there. But yeah. It's just hard. It's just hard. Okay. Oh, those sweet engines. Come on. Are we turning it over and giving it a little smack? Not yet, but I'm going to turn it over. Okay. Looks like, I don't know. We're just finishing up the... What is there that's left? The bridge, the stand. All right, let's find out. Mine is pretty much exclusively online, but it still helps. Well, I'm glad I'm not alone in that then. It's pretty much the case. But I tell you what, like, it has done my soul some good to, like, hang out with you all in voice chat. Even if I know I'm quiet, I am just generally a quiet person. Especially when I'm like, when there's a lot of people around and I'm like, I try to like get my voice in there. I tend to hesitate when I do that. But even still, just like being there and being included in something like that is really, it's really nice. I haven't found that in a long time. That has not been something I've been able to do in a long time. I still hover over the join button for a hot second because I'm like, oh boy, all right, I'm about to talk to people. I still hover over it for a while, but it's been good. It's been good. It's kind of, honestly, this kind of stuff has helped me. It's sort of why I started streaming. There's a video, it might even be a VOD from like when I first started like streaming with intention. It's on my YouTube channel actually. And it was just about like trying to find like-minded people and community and friends and that kind of stuff. And that's actually kind of why I started streaming, oddly enough. Oh, these are the Star Destroyers. Oh, I just realized what these are. That's so cute. Okay, and that's gonna hang off the back side. Where is that attaching to? I can't see. Okay. It's got to be this way. Yeah, this way. Those are the little Star Destroyers. They're adorable. We're always excited to see. That's the thing is like I come in and it's like immediately like that was the right call, you know? That was the right call. Because everybody's just so nice. I don't know. It does something. It's special. It's special. It's kind of like, you know, I feel like I've chased that a lot in my life. The like kind of the core group of just friends that you can like just jump in if you want to. And I have some people that I do that with, like, you know, I play with the guys on Tuesday. Like I can kind of just like jump in with them whenever I lost an engine. But like something a little more like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of the right word here. Because I don't want anybody who I am currently friends with to be like, oh, I see how it is. But it's just, I don't know. I prefer something a little more, gosh, I cannot think of the right word for this. There's a thought in my head and I'm struggling to get it out. Let me give it a second and it'll come to me. Mine used to be solely online, but after a bunch of hacks, I've been trying to get back into in-person communities, so I'm not reliant on technology. That's probably a good idea, too. Peachy just came in muted the other night, and that was also fine. Exactly. Yeah. I get social anxiety around joining, especially when unprompted, because I don't want to feel like I'm intruding. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Here, Smokey, come here. Come here, bud. Come here. Cora wants to see you. This is Smokey. He is a Schnauzer Poodle mix. They kind of gave him a Schnauzer cut last time on his face. Normally we don't really do the Schnauzer thing, but they insisted. Smokey is our oldest pup. We got him about a year after we got married, because he's very hypoallergenic. Mrs. Nonder didn't want like long-haired dogs because she's kind of allergic. Yeah. So he's, in his older age, I thought he would kind of like slow down and just like chill out. And he's normally pretty chill, but like, man, lately he's getting like an attitude, I think, is the problem. He's like a little tood to him, but man, does he feel like a carpet. And I don't pet him enough now. Once you have a kid, it priorities shift a little bit, but he's just a good dog. He's been a good dog the entire time we've had him. Yeah, it's a good dog. We have 2 dogs. We have, Biddy's not in here, but we have a little Chihuahua as well called Biddy, Bitty. This is Smokey. Yeah, he's a good dog. Right? Ugh. Okay. He's like, why are you holding me? You never do this. There you go. The other dog's a Chihuahua mixed with something, but we don't know what it is. We rescued her, and they didn't really know for sure. They just knew part Chihuahua. You have a Chihuahua too? I think Chihuahua's the most dominant personality for her, so that's what we go with. Bebo, it's morning, man. Update your internal clock, please. So cool. Okay, and this one goes right here. Okay. Oh, sorry, I didn't switch back to the Lego scene. I'm just sitting here building. I'd love to get a Belgian Shepherd, but man, you do need a yard for them. Yeah, any of the bigger dogs, they gotta have that space to roam. We have a pretty decent backyard, but I don't think we're ever gonna get a bigger dog. I think if anything, we're thinking in the distant future, hopefully, we are thinking that like we should just get a cat. Zeke loves cats. He loves his dogs too. That's gonna be rough, but he loves cats, so we might do like cats at some point. Hey, we're building the stand next. Sounds like she's cleaning out there. Okay. Big dogs are great too. I think all dogs are great. But I think for us, we got just having a kid is just such a more draining experience than I thought it would be. I don't regret a minute of it at all, ever. But it takes so much out of you. More than anyone really expressed to me, I guess. I don't know. Or maybe I'm abnormal and I need to go get myself checked out or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's been like great, but also it's just so draining. If anyone is like pressuring anyone to have kids, don't do that crap. If somebody doesn't want to have kids, they should definitely not have kids. Absolutely. Don't do it. I love my kid, but don't do it. If you at all have the thought of like, I don't know if I want kids, don't do it till you're 100% sure. Don't do it. I don't romanticize it for anybody. It's hard work. And it's only going to get harder the older he gets, you know? Interesting base design here. How is this gonna work? Oh, I guess it's gonna sit like, really, it's gonna sit like that. That's interesting. Hang on. I just realized how they're doing this. The most resolute advice you've given so far. Of that, I am sure. Of that, I have direct experience. Just don't. If you're at all hesitant, if you think that having a kid's gonna make your relationship better, no, it will not. Stop it. Ooh, a sax. Ooh. I just feel like too many people pressure people into that so quickly. Like, you get married, or even just be with somebody for a little while, and they'll just be like, when you having kids, when you having kids, when you having kids. And it's like, back off. Not everybody wants to have kids, and that's fine. It's valid. The issue for me is trying to keep them in a fence is impossible. The fact that they can climb 12-foot walls is a big concern. That does. Only way to contain them is to crate, and you hate to do that, right? That's cool. Biggest fear with having a kid would be losing a partner. Yeah, that's, yep, constantly in your back mind, in the back of your mind. Constantly, yep. Yep. Okay. Oh, this, okay. Whoops. It puts one of these, right here. This is a really interesting stand. I haven't seen them ever do a stand like this before, where the studs are not on top. That's like really interesting. It's cool though. I like it. I wonder if that was supposed to be... No. There is a lot of fears, a lot of like late nights thinking about what if any number of things would or could happen. And that is also a part of it too, you know? That's 100% a part of the whole thing. And another reason to be very sure. You'll never be ready, right? You'll never be ready, but yeah. I feel bad for the people who have it, like, who have an accident, right? And they're like, whoops, and then have to kind of like figure it out without a lot of thought. I feel bad for that. But at the same time, we had a lot of time to think about it, and we're still like, woof. My biggest hate is I keep getting asked when me and a friend are going to start dating. We're super close. Both of us don't want to lose that friendship, make it awkward, make work awkward if it didn't work out. That's wise. I really just wish people would mind their own business. You know, like, it's just, if you wanted to share, you would, right? And I feel like that's how people should look at it. This is sweet. This is sweet. Okay. Okay, looks like we're working on final details of the bridge here. Right? Is that really all it's gonna be? It was like this. I don't know why we couldn't have done this like in other steps. Is that the bridge? This thing is massive. Massive. Okay, and then one of these. One of these. What is he doing out there? What is this? Huh. I wonder what that's supposed to represent. Huh. I don't know. It's cool. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, it's on the box. Yeah. Every situation of parenthood is so unique. There's no one way to do it. Exactly. Which also makes it hard because there are no rules. So that's advice one of my coworkers gave me that I think was pretty much the only advice that you could give. And it was just like, I can't really give you any advice. I think I'm gonna take one of these off to display the 40th anniversary thing. Yeah. It was like, I really can't give you advice because your kid's going to be different than mine. There are some general things, but you can learn the general things from any parenting book, right? But then your kid's going to experience things differently than my kid. We're all going to kind of go through different things. So it's really hard to say like, here's what you need to do. And I really think her advice was the truest advice, even though it was no advice. It was a thing that became the truest, what would you call it if it's not advice? Although it was kind of advice because she's trying to say like, you don't have to listen to everybody. Like they don't have it more figured out than you will. Right? So I guess that was still advice. It's still advice. Yeah. I've nothing against dating her if we weren't coworkers. We've gotten to the point where both our parents think we need to go out to get each other out of the friend zone. I don't know why I struggled with that. And I think that's what's worse for us. Then go with your gut, man. Like definitely go with your feelings on that. Like, and no one else should be able to tell you otherwise. Quit. Also, if you wanted to, just be like, done. I'm done here. I quit. But I think it's wise to follow your instincts to a degree. Yeah, I think so. Okay, that's it. Look at this thing. I'm sorry, but this is really cool. This is a fun build. I love angles. I'm an angle appreciator. Let's say that. Yeah. Koro, not just Koro, but a lot of the community does. When you start complaining about work, they'll just tell you to quit. Or when you say, I gotta go, I have to work, it'll be like, quit? It is really cool. I hope they do more of these. It's a dream job that I got right out of college. They're treating me way too well to just up and quit. That makes sense. Then don't quit. Follow your gut, though. It seems like you're thinking it through. You aren't in any kind of rush, you know? Like, it seems like it's healthy as long as that the other person is also like cool with being what you are. Then there's stuff. Friendships are great too, you know. Keep your dream job. You never know. You never know what the future holds for you. So your business could take off, and then you'd be like, I don't need this job anymore. Let's go. You know. Tell her to quit. Just ask them, like, is this your dream job? And if they say no, then just be like, you should quit. That'd be romantic as balls. Sorry, you don't have to do that. Definitely don't do that. But yeah, you never know. Maybe your company will take off, and that opportunity will then present itself to you. Ooh, this would be a cool... Hang on. You get everything else out of the camera. It'd be cool to like green screen this in space. Key it out. Hold on. Can I get rid of my camera? Look at that. I like that. I'm just going to get some angles. Let me get some angles just in case. Oh, this is going to be a problem. Let me pop you off. I like it. Okay. Put you back on. Whoa. Uh-oh. It's falling off the stand. Uh-oh. No, the Star Destroyer is upside down. No, everything's falling apart. Oh. Oh, no. Okay, hang on. We got this. Jeez. That scared me. Mrs. Nonder's here. Hi. We weren't talking about you. I've been lurking, but also there's a new rubbery poles are revolutionary, right? They're a little bit bouncy. Boing. Boing. I like it. What is so healthy? I'm just riding the roller coaster right now. I'm in no rush. I've still got stuff I need to work on first. That is healthy. I like that. I like that. Okay, there it is. There's the Super Star Destroyer Executor. I love this. This is so cool. This is gonna look awesome on the shelf. I'll have to go find a spot for it, but yeah. He's laughing at you being scared, Zeke. Come on. How about this? Here's for Zeke and for all of you as well. Let's go out on listening to him explain all the planets while I try to figure out if we are gonna raid out or not. What am I laughing about? What do you mean? I'm laughing at you. Okay. All right, let's listen to Zeke tell us about the planets, okay? Here we go.
Okay, the Sun and Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune. There's Pluto and Monkey and Ceres and Haumea.
Also dwarf planets.
And Earth. Okay, the Sun is the soil, and Mercury has some craters, and Venus is the hottest planet and the brightest planet, and Earth are red, and Mars is a red planet because it has 2 little moons, and Jupiter is the biggest planet, has the red spot, and Saturn has the beautiful rings, and Saturn has Titan, and Uranus is on its side. It also has wings too. It has small wings. And Neptune is the windiest planet and have all the clouds, and it has the bright spot, and Neptune has the red rings around the sun. And Pluto is a terry planet. Pluto has some moons.
I'm not sure what he said there.
Ceres, Monkey, Haumea, Eris, and Monkey too. And meteoroids. Class into Saturn.
Question.
And that's all.
A
all
chilly
the
planet. That's all the planet. Good job, Zeke. Good job. Where's the? He's getting good at it. There's a couple of things. He said that those are moons of Pluto. Those are just other dwarf planets. He knows that. He just misspoke. So one of these days I'll have him re-record it again. Oh, he's out there being there. Zeke, do you want to come in here and try the planets again live? He's out there going, like, I think he knows that he did. Yeah, Pluto. I just got the vapors for a commando droid because I'm that touch deprived. Thanks, Coleman. Yeah. Okay, he wants to come in and do it live. All right, send him in. Oh, I probably have to open the door, don't I? Let me open the door for him. Unless you got it. Okay, hang on. 1 sec. Hang on. I'll open the door. Come on. Come on. Okay. Hold on. All right, we're back. Okay. Isn't that cool?
Happened?
What happened? What do you mean? Boing.
Golly.
Golly.
How did that happen?
How does that happen? It's attached with this little thing right here.
And it goes.
And when you go like this, it goes boing. You like that?
Yeah.
Do it.
Boing, 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 boing.
Okay. All right. Are you ready for planets? Ready to tell them all about the planets?
Okay, the sun is the hardest star, and Mercury has some craters, but it doesn't have any moons. Venus is the hardest planet. It has some volcanoes. Earth is island, and it has life around it.
Yeah.
And Mars is a red planet. Because have two little moons called Phobos and Deimos. And Jupiter is the biggest planet in the solar system. It has the biggest spot. Boom. Boom.
Okay.
And Saturn has the beautiful rings, and it has Titan.
Titan, yeah.
And Uranus has rings too, like Saturn does. And Neptune is the other planet.
Okay.
It's the windy planet.
The only planet?
It's the windy planet.
Oh, windy planet.
And it has the strong winds around it.
Gotcha.
It has the dark spot. And that's all the planets.
That's all the planets? There isn't any others?
Oh, hey.
Dwarf planets.
Okay. Let's just.
Oh, you broke it. Here, I'll fix it. It's okay. Talk about the dwarf planets.
Pluto is this large planet. And it's heavy. And it's far away from the sun.
Okay. All right. Just. Okay, see? All right. Finish.
It's the. It has dark planet moons called Ceres, Maki, Haumea, and Earth, and meteoroids to cross into Saturn atmosphere.
Nice.
And asteroids crash into Earth's atmosphere too.
Asteroids crash into Earth's atmosphere?
Yeah.
Whoa. Is that everything?
Yeah.
You did it. Good job.
And a black hole too.
And a black hole too. All right, good job, buddy. High five. I'm gonna end this, and then you can hang out. Do you want to hang out in here while I end this?
Yeah.
Okay. You can be it. You can hang out in here. Okay.
Mommy, I'm gonna hang out with Daddy for a little bit.
And a black hole too. Bye. All right, everybody. Well, that's gonna do it then. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I've got a couple of options. Let's see. It looks like Slothy is currently live, doing a 24-hour charity stream, which I think would be nice for benefiting Rain. That would probably be a good idea. I think that's probably my only option right now, unless somebody has a target. He's over there playing with Smokey. A target. I don't know why I called it a target. Yeah. It looks like she might be out right now. So I think it might be like a break. So I don't know how much there'll be for us to do. Hey, Zeke. Lars says you're such a cool kid. He's looking at me like, okay. You can say thank you. He said thank you. Stop it. He's playing with Smokey. Let's see. Yeah, I think it's just I think she's on a break right now, so I don't know if it's the greatest time to raid over. Anybody else? If nobody else, we can also just call it here too. I do have some home projects I want to try to do today. I got to fix a toilet today. You have a friend on? Lars always has. Oh wait, I have Usual Joe. There we go. Oh.
And stars too in the whole galaxy.
Yep, stars too in the whole galaxy. Thanks, bud. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is good. For some reason, I didn't see them, but I am following Usual Joe. I don't know why I didn't see that. Okay, cool. Let's do that. Let's raid. Here, I'll get this queued up. Thank you all so much for being here. Here's the end screen and some thank yous while I get this raid going. Usual Joe. All right. Okay, cool. That is keyed up. Thank you all so much for being here today. I want to say a special thank you to Ursa for the tier 1 sub. Thank you so much for that. And we got new follows from Stubot. I think I called it Studbot, like Lego Stud. Sorry about that, Stu. Thank you so much for the follow there. And let's see, who was the... Wait a minute. Oh, Lars. Sorry, Lars. I forgot. Oh, did you get my... Okay, that's fine. Lars, sorry, I forgot. You were the first one in here. Thank you so much for being the Phantom Menace today. It's always a pleasure to see you. And that's it for me for the weekend. I'll see you all on Monday morning, where we should be continuing with Dave the Diver. But I'll probably have some more to talk to you about after I've had a weekend to process some stuff. So, all right, we will talk to you later, and go say hi to Usual Joe. Okay, bye.